What's good, Pro Trainer Colin Castell, and today I'm going to help you master the #1 ankle breaking move in just 5 minutes. Now I know you want to snatch ankles, but the problem is you probably haven't mastered the moves to be able to do so. So today what I'm going to teach you is the between the legs drag pullback, which is actually going to help you snap more ankles, break off your line, and be a much more effective driver when it comes to the game of basketball. So really the move is pretty simple. It's basically like I'm driving one direction. I'm going to stop on a dime and pull the ball between my legs and pull it back. Now what's so great about this move and why you need it in your game is because out of this pullback you can do all sorts of stuff, right? I can break off my line, shoot a J. I can break off my line, pocket it, get a step back. I can break off my line and then hip switch and attack opposite. Whatever you do, this is just a great starter because a lot of times the defender is going to be way out of position. They might even fall down once you do it. So let's talk about the actual move. Again, we can do this going either direction. All we have to be doing is a direct drive towards the basket, right? You can even technically do this out by half court if you're trying to break a trap or something like that. But the idea is I'm moving my momentum hard and fast going one direction, then I'm throwing my foot forward, my nose over my knees just like this, and then I'm pulling the basketball to my back hip between my legs. Now this move is great because #1, it's really shifty, it gets people going. #2, it's really protective. I've got an aggressive defender on my hip right here. If I try to put it in front, they might take it from me. If I throw it and I put it between my legs, I've got this extra layer of protection in front that their hand can't get through. So the next key that you want to think about is, as we're getting ready to do it, we're loading our nose over our knees, we're staying nice and shifty, like looking like we're driving. But now I'm going to pull the ball to my back hip, not to the outside of my body. A lot of players do this move and they throw the ball out this way like it's coming towards the camera, but that's going towards the defender, right? So instead, I want this angle to be nice and tight where it goes from just inside my heel to my back hip right here. And again, what we do after this is so important. You want to pocket the ball so you got some options out of it, meaning hand on top of the ball, hand on side of the ball, not underneath. If I put it underneath, I've only got so many options, right? So once you work on this, there's a variety of things that you want to kind of master out of it. I would say the biggest ones are step back jumpers and hip switch opposite attack like I mentioned. So when you're working on it and you're getting your reps, throw your leg, get low, work on shooting jumpers out of it, but then also work on pulling it, keeping it pocketed, switching your hips, and then attacking the opposite direction. If you can work to learn how to play out of this between the legs pullback, it's gonna be insanely incredible, and you're gonna break a ton of ankles in the process. All right, here's a bonus secret tip to make it even more powerful. You wanna also create contact on your drive. So a lot of times, offensive players are scared of creating contact, right? They drive, they try to stay away from the defenders, they try to Euro step around them, whatever it is. On this particular move, you're gonna break a lot more ankles if you can actually bump the defender slightly with your off shoulder. So if I'm driving and I've got an aggressive defender in me, as I'm beginning to plant this foot to do the move, I wanna bump just slightly with my off shoulder. I don't wanna extend, I don't wanna shove, that's gonna be an offensive foul. But if I can create even just a little bit of contact as I'm doing this move, it's gonna bump the defender off balance, and it's gonna make it even more likely that it'll be an ankle breaking opportunity. So add a little bit of contact to the move, and it's gonna be that much more powerful. So my favorite drill to master this in 5 minutes is what I call the continual between the legs pullback drill. Basically, you just need about like 5 feet of square space, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna work on throwing our hips, pulling the ball between our legs, hip switching, and then doing it the opposite. So really the idea is I wanna work on having my footwork down pat, so every time I'm trying to do this move, I've already got the muscle memory to do it. So this is a way we can rep it out super fast. So once you pull it out in a game, it's gonna be able to be done like clockwork. All right, I know you want game-changing handles, so all you gotta do is click the top link in the description down below or the top pinned comment and get free instant access to the Pro Handles Pack brought to you by our guys over at PROCLASS. It has some of the best ball handles in the world, guys like Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and many more to help you get the handles you need to dominate in game. And it's 100% free.